if you're wondering what Synced is, it's a game that's not yet released. It is an alpha. I got an alpha version of the game, and to be honest, I like it. Like, I'm not much for shooters. Like, sometimes I play Apex, not often, but sometimes it's not even updated. So it was a time ago I did that, but I have. But this game is actually fun, and also I managed to get first in it for the first time this round. Like, hell yeah! So basically, it's kind of like Battle Royale, but I don't know how much I actually can say about it. I'm pretty certain they know about that. So it's kind of like that, like Battlefield, like Apex Legends, stuff like that. What's it called? Battlefield, World War. What? I don't remember what it's called. Warzone, like stuff like that. I'm not gonna say too much because I'm uncertain of like how much I can give out. Because it literally is an alpha, so it's not like I cannot stream it, I cannot do stuff like with it, like, I have no idea really what I'm actually allowed to do. Ooh, special content. It was a long time ago that they had special content. The first time I know they had that was for Dual Destinies. Yeah, Battle Royale. So, well, not fully Battle Royale, as I said, because yes, you fight other people, and yes, you will be able to defeat them, but it's not like you win when you have done it. There are actually a mission you have to do. Well, you don't have to, but it's absolutely gonna help you to win. Dude, I kinda dig that one. Herlock. Herlock Sholmes. What the fuck? You know what? I kinda like this one for that, but I kinda like this, and to be honest, this one is kinda sick. Ah, it's only available in the second one. Ah, doesn't matter. Escapedes, what's that? So the first time I know they actually had special, especially like costumes and stuff, was like Dual Destinies. I really want that game to be doing a remake. Like, seriously, I would get it. I have it, but I still would want it. Moving picture portrait. Okay, you know what? Let's just go into the game. Like, what am I doing here? Pick a bunch to play! Okay, that's a strange sound. 2015. Hold on. When did actually that release? I want to know if this is before or after. Dual Destiny release. (2013) Dual Destinies came out, which was, what I understand, the first 3D one. Because Spirit of Justice came to 16. Actually, a year after this. And a year after Spirit of Justice, which was the latest one I played, this came out. So these are actually not that old. Like, they're old because it's like it was ages ago. But it's not like the other ones, like 2007 and stuff. So this actually came after Dual Destinies, which was, I understand, the first 3D Ace Attorney.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern
And apparently it's 20 years since GameCube came out.
The revolution washed over the land,
which means about 7 years when it came out.
Exciting and unsettling.
Interesting.
It was a period of great change.
I have candy. I mostly get these just because of baking. Yeah, this is a remaster. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause it like this. Well, I know this is a remaster because it has never been released outside of Japan. So technically, for us that is not Japanese or from that country or even been in that country or can get game from that country, pick your poison. This is new. But for everyone else, It's like, for those from Japan, it has actually existed since then. So for us, yes, it's new. For them, no.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Isn't this like how the third game is? And it's Thorny? That he's being accused for killing someone, but it was like the chick or something. Wait, did she have a twin sister? Fuck, I kind of forgot. Because the only thing I remember is that we actually knew about one person being an absolute ass. That literally killed a person, poisoned them, and everything else. And stuff like that. But then when we came and tried to help out with something, we literally managed to find a priestess, nun? I don't know. That literally looked like her, but she was like twin sister or something like that. I don't remember at all. Fuck. But yeah, isn't it like the same thing? Like, we're playing as this guy, so... Oh, I know that game. I have that game. It was a good game. It was kind of fucking dark, though. There were some points it was kind of dark when you did not understand what the hell was going on. Because I have played that. Also, it actually says someone with it. That was released 2012. So this came after as well. But literally, like, I'm just gonna spoil something there. When it was about to, like, when we actually managed to find out there was one of them were a witch, they literally got thrown into a goddamn metal cage and throw down a goddamn fire pit. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Holy shit, that game though. It was a good game. I'm gonna be honest, that was a good game. I actually kind of like that. I have not played that much Professor Layton. I have one, but it's technically not Professor Layton. It's his daughter? Niece? Who is that? Who's the girl in that game? Anyway, but yeah, I did like that game. It was like just pretty fucking dark at some moments. It was like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, it's so weird because it literally looks like 3D game. Like not 3D, I mean like 3DS. Like when stuff is like 3D, but it's like still bit edgy. Like you can, for example, see his ears goes that. Oh fuck, fuck, why did I remind myself of ears? I have been trying to do a goddamn 3D model today in class. And the ears were so fucking stupid to try and fix. So to explain something, we're gonna try and make a high poly model. Explanation, it has many faces, so it's like very smooth. For example, let's make a round stuff. We can make a round stuff by doing like this. Low poly, because you can see all the corners. But we can also do like this, which is high poly, because there's so many of them. So we're gonna do one of those to low poly. We can do that by using some special tool, but the problem is the special tool need to like be able to visually confirm you can see both of the things. And the ear that goes in, out, and around is like, like fucking hell. 3 days ago, okay, speaking of, this is actually an Ace Attorney game. I'm gonna try and do voices again, because apparently they don't seem to speak here. Did they ever make a game where they actually spoke in-game? I don't remember. 3 days ago, I somehow find myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. Okay, someone is prepared for sort of doing shit. And also, why the hell do you have a sword? He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? Fuck, I'm not so good with it. I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes? And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you, you haven't even graduated yet. Wait, who was? You? And yet, it still seems that to know better than you how a court officer should behave. True, fucking true. It was so long ago I did voices. It's like I'm like stuck with like what the fuck am I gonna do here? Right, Ryunosuke? Yikes. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Also, they're friends, apparently. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though, I must say, you've been all over the newspapers for these past days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. I first thought that we were the professor, like what the fuck? Hey Turtle Girl, welcome to the stream! You haven't missed much. We're just discussing like the when this game came out first, what game came before, after, and some other stuff with these. So yeah, I actually got this today. I didn't think it was capable of downloading that fast, but it did. So yeah, I'm playing it now. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. Yeah, a bit of nostalgia trip. I'm trying to do voices. I'm absolutely pissed at it right now. I was like just reminding myself like, oh yeah, they're not talking, we're gonna do voices. And the first time they just introduced a new character, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I never murdered someone. That's a strange sentence. I never murdered someone. Does that mean you murdered something else? Because one is something else. And also, yeah, as you probably noticed, Turtle Girl, I was a bit late with an announcement of when I was going to stream. I was playing a alpha version of Synced, which more or less is sort of a battle royale game, which is like I like it. I do like it. I do enjoy it a lot. Also, I came first this time. Hell yeah! I've been like, I don't know how many times I played it, but I have gotten second a few times and first one time now. Wait, maybe I do. I was like, maybe I do what? They're like, oh, you're not talking about me. I was like, where would I murder a turtle? I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Yikes, I cannot do this. I cannot do voices, but I cannot even say the name. No, that's something else. Wait, what was that game called? I only know that Lomadia streamed it once, or something like it. She got like a test version or something, I don't know. I am on Facebook, that's the wrong one. No, because the game I'm playing is called Sync. This other game is called Sunshine Manor, and Sunshine something else. I don't remember. But yeah, Synced is actually a pretty good game. I do like it. I do enjoy it. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. Never even qualified. He's even a qualified lawyer. But I don't even have autoplay on, you moron! It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway. I was just literally just checking, is my autoplay on? Like, no, it is not. Why are you interrupting me? My qualifications don't mean much, yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. So this is like kind of playing the third Ace Attorney when you like go back in time and introduce like, when he actually wanted to become a lawyer. Congratulations, Kazuma. It's like that you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. No, I am not. That guy is Kazuma, but that guy. Fuck, I really hate that it's like mirrored. We are Ryosuke. Hold on, how the fuck do I pronounce that? Ryonosuke. Yikes! I am so bad with like Asian names and stuff. Especially like these. It's like, sure. It's like when it goes from Ryonosuke. It's like, like I cannot do that. To be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. Yeah, I can understand. Like when you have not learned who you're playing as, it's like, oh fuck, right. I just realized I changed actually screen here, and I have a fucking host staring at my face here. Be gone! Be gone, bot of Satan. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. His temple? The fuck do he has a temple? I want to bring about change in our... Oh, I want to bring about change in our legal system. Yeah, I like it. It's like... I don't know what you can call it. It has a name, but I don't really remember. I just can call it like Victorian style. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. Oh, the heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Oh yeah, British! I literally thought, like, when I was reading about this game and what it cost, I literally was checking on the UK store on Nintendo because we don't have one here in Sweden. At least not on the internet. Or on the Chrome or anything. So this just says like something about British, and I thought like was just writing that about himself. And I was like, oh yeah, actually he's going to British, yay. Tampa can also mean forehead, right? Yeah, like I believe like the only thing I know, I think we call it something else, but I think we call it tinning. It might be the same. Hold on. Translate. Change these. Yeah, so what I understand here is it. I didn't actually know what it was called in English. It was a bit uncertain because I thought it was something like temple, not temple literally. But I know it's here. Tinning, we call it. It's like the worst place you more or less can get headache on. Also, why would you have an aura around here? That makes that makes it more or less worse than temple, literally the temple. Yeah, top head. The lower head and the top head. I'm like, wait, what? We'll have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, we'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. It's kind of fun because Japan is like all the way in the east on the map. If like every world map is the same. It's like technically there's nothing to the east of Japan on the map. But when you manage to actually get to like, I don't know, America from Japan, it's literally like you go west, but you go east to get west. See you in England, in English class tomorrow then, partner. Partner. Just checking some stuff is actually going on there. It was straight after that when it happened. It's kind of fun. Like, often it actually is like the first episode of every game of this is like... Bring you wrecked. Fuck yeah. It's gonna haunt me for fucking forever. But I still fucking love that sentence anyway, somehow. Oh yeah, that. Or when I just talked about how to actually ground him because of electricity. A foot on the ground and a finger up his ass. I have the weirdest humor ever. Like, I don't know why that makes me laugh. Like, I'm so bad at jokes and stuff. Like, I cannot really tell jokes, but it's like, when I say stuff like that and just realize what the hell I said, it's just like, oh, fuck. Ah, Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Oh, well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi. Who the fuck is Asogi? You should go immediately to the judge chambers. To His Excellency's chamber. Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in his trial was sudden decision. Yeah, my foot on the ground and my finger up his ass. Oh, fucking hell. Oh yeah, he has a sword. For some reason he has a sword. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I don't know. We have a silver lining. I feel like I've seen him at the university before. Wouldn't surprise me if this guy is the principal. Just because it's like something that actually is going on around his circles. I see. I'll go at once then. Oh, fuck, how the fuck am I gonna do this? It's like when they introduce women, it's like... The fuck am I gonna do? I shall accompany you. Oh god, that was absolutely awful. Fucking hell. Why did you both stare at me when I was drinking? Fuck. I don't know. I must be tired because I laugh easily today. But I just was starting to drink. I just saw both of them stare at me like, what the fuck? Alright, I said. Fuck, I cannot do voices now. I'm gonna skip this until I stop laughing. What the hell? Oh, I'm so knackered. Fucking hell. Oh, okay, I have to somehow get composure. This is awkward. That actually was like, what the fuck was going on? Because I literally was about to take a sip because I thought I just could feel my throat didn't like that voice and I was going to try a new one. I just noticed like she was looking at me and I looked over to a guy and he was looking at me as well. I was like, the fuck are you both looking at me for when I'm drinking? If I may. Yes? Sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke. No, why do you not go with just the first name? Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotobak. I'm gonna call him Mikotobak from now on. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. So he's a lawyer at the university, and they have a professor on forensic. Is it like a police university or something like that? Like, no, not police, but like, I don't know, legal university? Ah, Professor Mikotobak. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna just history. I don't know. No. Hold on. So, I am a bit uncertain about it because I'm just gonna try and read something here. If it would. How can I say I see in Japanese to use naruhodo in Japanese conversation? So simply put, naruhodo means I understand or I see. Well, may I often heard that. So the suka, or soka, is to say I see. It's slightly different. So I understand, I see. So like I understand. The funny part is I actually got a translation from Google instead, and it's like the translation is literally so det är det, like it is it. Hold on, they cannot fucking. I need to go to English because that is like weirdest fucking thing here. So that's it. It said I see indeed, and that's it, right? Yeah, so that's it on Google Translate. So that's it. So, but it also is like Kota Academy, which is a site, says like it is like I see, like now I understand, like I see. So strange that you actually can have a last name that means something, and it just like could be the weirdest thing ever. I have no idea what it even means because I am so bad at it. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you have no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, now I know why both of them was looking at you. It was because they both said your last name and looked. Yeah, I could understand they were talking a bit with me, but I was literally drinking at the time, and I just noticed they were looking at me, and I was like, fucking hell. I'm afraid that permission would be revoked and never granted again. Often we like here in Sweden, like if we have a very old Sweden name, we have like, for example, let's just take an example like Bengtsson, which more or less means Bengt's son. So it's like we have many names that ends with son in Sweden. So it's a bit odd, like Eriksson, Svensson, Bengtsson. You hear like that's like how we in Sweden used to have. You're like Erik's son. So yeah, we don't really have odd, but it's like, yeah. Fuck, there was a place in Sweden when they're talking about putting up a market stand, which also is stånd, which is another thing. Dick. Oh, it reminds me of when I watched Scooby Doo yesterday or something like that. When his friends calls him Dick. Who the hell says that? What I answer, and his enemies call him Dickhead. Mine has something to do with the religion, apparently. Oh, okay. Ah, as I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Azogi may have chosen not to tell you. Well, that's more or less the issue, because it's not really that I can do anything. Well, wait, I probably will be playing as Azogi then. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas studies. It's very difficult to pursue them to grant permission, even in the most favorable circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it, I swear it. I'm not a murderer. Oh, okay. I think my first name means something like he who is like God. When I like check the House of Names. Also, actually, you are from Britain, Turtle Girl. There is actually a site called House of Names. Do search up there because you will find some like I don't know, some ancient stuff. Guy standing. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, there was something. What show did we watch? There was like they had some sort of like show where they interview someone at a place and putting up a market stand in a place called I don't know. I don't remember. But it was so stupid. It's literally everything with the names of everything there were made up like a goddamn sexual joke, not even a joke. Wait, is that the Japanese version of J. Jonah Jameson? I was like, wait, what is? And like, I just checked him, like, probably. Yes, might be. I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean about that? It's always bad when you say peculiarities. It means like it's not gonna be like last time or something like often. This is gonna be very strange. Probably because everyone is just gonna glare at you. You're gonna piss yourself or something like that. You gone. That's okay. But then what should I do? Oh, I felt like I've heard that somewhere before. I don't know if it was you or if it was in another stream or something like that. I was like, never gone. I was like, either I've heard some sort of like, heard the name before, or I thought like it reminds me of something. But when you saw that, I was like, oh yeah, now I know. Naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will propose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say I do, or you don't say shit like that. Yeah, I realized it was a rickroll. I have less problem with like textural rickrolls than I have like visual ones. Why do I have this? I have a spring for something, like, you know. Who is? You mean you're rickrolling Rick or what? I don't know who's getting married. No idea. I shouldn't really eat these with toffee in them while I'm trying to do voices. Oh, now you understand when I'm getting married. I just read I do. Okay. But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusation brought before you? Of course not. Defendant. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. I like, just because he said it's not gonna be like, is this actually, did you actually do it? And yes, I'm just gonna answer I do. I'm getting the feeling, yes, he's gonna be married to the girl or something. I have no idea. It seems our surreptitious discussion are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. That's interesting, actually. Oh, I should do that again. Oh, I need to find those. I think I have those somewhere on my computer. But I did recorded the intro of Tales of Fantasia, eller Fantasia. I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. So I actually made a ringtone when I was younger. Not gonna lie, the pinky fluffy thing in the middle of Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I have no idea what it is though. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dread of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. Murder! Oh, I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna search for something here. I'm gonna search it on my computer. See if something comes up. I'd really have to like look at it just to like, are you actually certain? I'm like, oh, this. My one and only chance is to prove my innocence. Is that the trial would decide my destiny. Could you not say like what year as well? It would be nice to know. It is. Absolutely. So this is a courtroom. Fuck, it looks nervous. The Supreme Court in Judicature. Judicature? What the? No court in the land has more power. Am I gonna be shot on sight or something? What is going on with all the military up there? I'm gonna be honest, their faces are like menacing. I much like how those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. It's just military! Your eyes is like the eye of an introvert doing a presentation. I completely forgot what an introvert was, but I feel like that is me when I'm doing presentation. It either goes too fast or too slow. The power that have been demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? Do you mean that my death will be a secret? A trial that's close to an ordinary member of the public. Only military and government official may attend. What? Why? It become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate to Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke. Ah. It's about to begin. Of course I have that guy. Oh, it's not bald. I was about to say I hope this judge is bald like all the other. He might be bald. At the same time, he actually does have a bit of hairline there, so I don't know. Also, he's much younger than the other judge. But we still have pain. We have the pain in the ass. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I probably should remember to do that. Hold on, I have to search up this name as well, because if it's not pain, I am in pain. Wait, ouchie. Is it literally when you say ouch? Ouchie. Hold it must be pain, right? English word ouchie, yeah. No, wait. Name. His given name. Take a shit. Oh, it's actually an Ace Attorney wiki. What the hell? Hold on. Hold on, I have to do this. Yeah, exactly. Ouchie. Oh yeah, it actually is here on the wiki. But it looks much better here than there. Taketsuchi Auchi. What does his name... Hold on, it says something here. Name. His given name, Taketsuchi, is a visual similarity to the Japanese word of bushi, meaning samurai. His surname, Auchi, is a Japanese romanization of the English word ouchie. So it is literally ouchie, what the hell. So it's not called pain, it's called ouchie. Oh, really? Yikes. Imagine if it was just Winston Ouchie instead of changing the Winston with. Apparently, this guy is called, like, Samurai Ouchie. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. Assist of defense. Fuck, this is gonna be so hard. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made a request myself. He looks so nervous. Look at his eyes. Normal procedures is for the defendant's advocate to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I'm obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Yeah, wait! Isn't he asking me to actually defend myself? What the fuck? I do! I do! Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant.
Yes!
Why does everyone like to just interrupt me? I don't know if Pain can smell fear. Why do I call him Pain? I call Ouchie. His name is Ouchie. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? Man, it was just a guy called Phoenix Wrong that you play, isn't wrong? Oh, right. Fucking hell. I was like, what? I'm like, oh. Isn't it with a W? Right and wrong. Yeah, it more or less would be the same in a way, anyway. At the same time, right. No, right. No. Right. Fucking yeah. I'm so bad at spelling right now. So right is just right. Ah, yeah, you took away the W instead of putting it there. Okay, now I understand. My brain sometimes. I would like to inform the court that I, Rio, will be defending myself. You will be... What? Ah, fucking hell. What are you playing at? Professor Mikotaba told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. No, he didn't do something, but if you remember, the professor said that when the judge asked me a question, I'm gonna answer I do. So the question was literally, who is gonna be my lawyer? And I literally answered, I do. I'm gonna be my own lawyer. I'm gonna defend myself. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? Excuse me, what? Pardon me! Well, hold your horses there. We're in a trial right now. Save shit like that for later. No, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance it might not go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Makitobako... no, Makitobak should haven't stuck his nose in. Yeah, he shot the professor. We did see a bit of an intro. Like, you know, these animated intros. So he apparently shot someone. Actually, it was animated. The other Ace Attorneys wasn't animated. When did they start doing animated? I think they started doing animated Dual Destinies, which became before this. So to explain something. The first 3D Ace Attorney came out like 2016, which is Dual Destinies. This came out 17. No, this was... Wait, was this 15? Anyway, this was either before or after. Then came Dual Destinies. Then came the other of this, the second one. And then came... No, wait, 2013. Then this came, because it was 2015. Then came Spirit of Justice, 2016. Which I played, which was the latest one I played. And then came 2017, came the second one of this game. And yes, as I explained to Gani, this is a Japanese-only version that is being remade, and that's why it's new for all of us, but not new for them. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well, well. Does this accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. You might say that. Take a look at my eyes. Is that so, Naruhodo-san? Yikes. Huh? Oh. Yes, exactly. Oh, fuck yeah. He's so nervous. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's completely blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student, to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. As you're no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of the Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Would be fun if I literally just say, Defendant IC. Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty as assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, I can be questioning it more than I am. Huh, okay. So let's start with a very simple question. Yes? Kindly state before you the court name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I heard his name before. But... wait. I'm so nervous, I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryo. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. Here comes the 1915. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court records. I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of the R button. Well, he's breaking the fourth wall already. If you never ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that and we'll find. Can I do it while we do this? No, I cannot. Okay. I'm literally pressing R right now. There we go. So I have a university collar pin and... okay. Try switching to people. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, thank you. It actually looks like a British guy. John Ace Wilson. Yeah, he is actually from the British Empire. Oh, I just realized that. 1950. I was like, send an what was that? Like, send an anonymous message. 1950. You see a goddamn 1915 on my screen. Oops, there goes everything. Hold on. Fucking brilliant. Like, what? You find the details of the victim. Yeah, I know. Okay. So remember, everything to do in the current case can be found in the court. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section in the court record and press R to present it. Yeah, I know. Yes. This is the victim. The victim's name was Dr. John A. Wilson. Is it gonna be like Sherlock's something? Wait, his name was not Sherlock. It was called something else. It was like called Erlon Scholz or something. I don't remember. Huh. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Yeah, Scholz. I didn't remember his first name, but we do have someone called Scholz. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to UMA University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such a profound implications. Oh, because it's not Japanese, which means in this way it's literally gonna be political shit going on. And that's why there's so many militaries aiming their guns at me. Yeah, exactly. It has present our country's most valuable foreign ally. Yo, Watson! And as most of you will be aware, we just have signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. So if I didn't kill him, then who the hell actually wants to just kill the British Empire? There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. I'm pretty certain I've heard Anglo before in a game, like point-and-click game, with like old English history. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled in our soil. Well, soon the giants will come. Isn't it like the ghost? 3-5 foes from I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be alive or be dead, I'll grind his bone to make my bread. Is that how it goes? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? Just because we're talking about Japanese and stuff, I kind of want to play Legends of the Five Rings again, which is like a living card game. It's actually pretty fun, but it's like hella difficult sometimes. I managed to get 8th place, but it's just because one of them couldn't win because he was not allowed to actually participate. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policy markers. That's gonna be bad. You're a convenient, expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that is why this trial has these unusual peculiarities in it. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quick as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Yeah, you will... Wait, he was here? Kazuma, did you do something? Because if it was this place that you left apparently. Oh dear, look at the time, I better be going. Yeah, like wait, last time it was actually he was going, but for some reason he interrupted us. We was not able to actually look back at this again. Alright, see you later. I think I'll just stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Partner in crime, or what the hell are you saying? British Empire. Wow, that's incredible to think. Wait. Hold on, I'm covering someone. I've seen that man at university. She's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I do love sometimes they say Great Britain and sometimes they say English Empire. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. I did not know that, but there used to be a thing that you actually had to be right-handed as well here in Sweden. Wait, was it in Sweden? Yeah, I'm pretty certain. Or somewhere. I know like it was like some sort of like sacrilege to be left-handed. Also, speaking of left-handed and stuff, and sacrilege and shit, it just reminded me of a book I used to read called like the Sorcerer's... No, not Sorcerer's Apprentice. Guardian's Apprentice? Ah, it was so long ago I read those. I never finished the books. But it was like the thickest book I've ever managed to read out. It was a good book as well. It's literally about a boy. I am right-handed, yeah. I can be a samurai. For the samurai, there are actually a few reasons that you need to be right-handed. Yeah, but it reminds me. It used to be... There was a movie for a few years ago, like the Seventh Son, which is literally based on the book. And also, if you have ever read the books, which I cannot remember the name... Wait, hold on. It's so much of searching today. I look like a bit rough. Probably because my camera is inverted. Because this is my right hand. Yeah, well, technically you can actually see that because you're checking my right anyway. The Seventh Son. Yeah, Seventh Son is absolutely... I did not like that movie at all, but that's because I read the books. So from my point of perspective, it was absolutely pissed. 2000, the Spook's Apprentice. Titled Last Apprentice, Revenge of the Witch in the United States. Elite. Apparently it's... Wait, hold on. It says elite. It does say elite. Wait, you can actually read stuff that I can read because it is actually saying elite. I'm reading from this side. You are literally doing that, but it's kind of elite. It's just like that stuff. But apparently the books are called The Spook's Apprentice, or also called The Last Apprentice in United States. I want to just remember what it's called in Swedish. Ah! Väktarens lärling. Väktarens förbannelse. So for me it's like the Guardian's Apprentice it's called. Where it's literally like you're a left-handed boy, the seventh son of the seventh son. And you're being taken in by a very grumpy man that will teach you how to deal with the supernatural, like ghosts and stuff, and boggarts, which apparently also is taking care of their home, which sometimes looks like a cat. So they have like these stuff like witches always have pointy shoes and stuff. But it was actually a good book. I recognize it was actually from the book when I watched the movie, and I was just like, you know what, this movie is piss. Nah. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defender Naruto. Yes, Your Excellency. Well, I've searched so much shit today, like, I don't know how much time I've just been on the internet just searching for stuff. How does this Professor of Medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? Stay before the court because of death. Because of death. Yeah, if you allow me the court record. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by a loss of blood from gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. That's interesting, because what we saw on the intro was literally me standing like half a meter away from Mr. Wilson. And yeah, a gun at that point would probably pass through the body, which means it must be further away than that. Yeah, okay, yeah, can I do that? Can I do that? No, I cannot, shit. By evidence, but how? Find a piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I already know it. Well... Also, I feel like I'm like in the way when I'm here. Hold on, I'm just gonna move myself and some stuff. Where should I pick myself? I'm gonna just pick my nose down here. That's probably a good place. Because it's not really, the text will never change, it will always be there. So I think this is a good place. According to his documentary, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Yeah, I'm the nose picker. Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects the corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws a conclusion that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. You're technically being tested now, so... This is so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. Also known as a photograph. Ooh, steak! You can clearly discern the scorch marks from around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. True. Might be later, because I'm pretty certain we're going to England. And I did say they actually have, like, autopsy in England there, so yeah. Right. Thank you, Counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. It's so fun when they say, like, scientific evidence, like, scientific stuff, like, for us it's just like, it's a goddamn photograph. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to the drawing. The details are incredible. Very well, I am satisfied with your answers. And thank you, Gane, for the host. And welcome, humble viewer, to the stream I'm holding. Why do you always almost do like that voice whenever I do say that? I have no idea why. I just kind of like to do that now and then. Let us start the trial. What did you just do there? Certainly, Your Excellency. So without further ado, in order to be better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. Okay, so we're gonna have a first witness. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. Why is the new folder blank again? Because we had a goddamn hoss. Didn't I tell you that before, Gane? We got a hoss again. So I'm just clearing the slate. The professor, you mean Dr. Miko Tobacco? Not tobacco. Miko Tobak. There we go. Because tobacco is tobak in Swedish. Tobak. Yes, clearly. You're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Oh, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? When he says oar, I literally thinking of a boat oar, and I just feel like, where is he sticking that? Yeah, Miko Tobacco. It's a weed dealer version of Miko Toba. Yeah, a bit. Well, my first piece of advice is in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweat. Only if you can rein in a crazy headband and control the cold stare first. Yeah, it is like not uncontrol his headband. Like, who is having a fan and just have to stay around and just do this? Because they don't have wait, no, they don't have electricity because they literally have those lanterns there. So it's literally just someone has to stand like this all the time. Or have a window open. It might be weird. It might be a bit blowy outside. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Dude, something is absolutely wrong with you. Yeah, it's just blowing. They're gonna be 2 deaths today. No, 3, because this guy has some issues with his throat. That is like not good. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some... Oh, not on that white thing. No! It's a regular occurrence. It doesn't bother me. Dude, coughing up blood is like such a bad, like, please notice me thing. Well, it really should. Yeah, it is. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants. An occidental eatery 3 days ago. The fuck is that? What is that word even? Understood. Sooner or later, Kazuma's headband is gonna become sentient, just drag it. I feel like stop the blood flow in his head. You understood. Osunaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. I'm glad that thing is not taller, because if he would do that, he would just bonk his head on it. I won't, sir. I know pity injections from the aspiring lower boy, please. Aspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 PM on the day in question. We have a few dinners at that time of day. Mostly just tea. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. So 3, which means us, Wilson, and someone else. That fits with my memory too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I don't know, there's something off here. If it would be close, it would have gone through him. And also, like, for some reason, like, the steak is taking my eye. I'm not so much for steak, but there's like something off about it, like being the gunshot going through his chest. Like, I don't know, I wanted to see the chair. I'm standing immediately beside him. Gun in hand was the accused university student.
Yes!
Yes! The only thing I know of is the pin we have. The university color pin. I can check on the... Wait, I can actually check on the image already. This guy doesn't seem to have a pin. We only have a pin. Oh, magnifying glass. Oh, fucking hell. Steak! I didn't know I had a magnifying glass. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't really goddamn help at all. Only if I like try to find something specific and I don't know what I'm trying to find. Oh, yet at least. Hold on, yeah, let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor. I didn't shoot him. Yeah, you have to have proof about that. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. There's a back of a pin on the left side of his body. The back of a pin on the left side of his body? Where? It might be this thing, yes. It might be. But my question is, it might just be for the buttons. It might just be holes for the buttons. There might be a button on the other side of this, so that goes where the button is. Because it might be the same as this one here. For example, look at they are so huge, these buttons. Holy crap. The court wishes to listen to the witness' report of what he saw. You amateur. Yeah, like you have nothing to go on here right now, so next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruto. Don't worry, Rhea. You have your chance to fight back. But for now, we just quietly listen to the witness. Yeah, let's just listen. If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside you, beside the victim, with a gun in his hand, was the same man we see here in court today. Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table. That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at the table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I mean, warned about interjecting, but still. What should I do? Fucking interject. Yes! Yes! Why is it yes? I don't like when it says yes, because it's just like, I don't know, it's like he's always winning on a lottery ticket or something. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me. What are we going to do with you? Without your blunt disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? I'm sure of what I saw. Osanaya-san, is there any chance you've been mistaken? Perhaps your memory of event is hazy. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you like. That's a rough sketch, yes, but that doesn't really tell me anything. Oh, wait. Where is the other table? Because literally he said a woman was sitting with him, but if a woman was not sitting with him... Look. He has his back turned on the table and been shot. If this is his table, that means he actually turned around just to perhaps talk to someone or something. And that means that it was not in his table. He doesn't have a wrong memory. It's just telling that it was not on his table. But the doctor was turned around to someone else's table. Perhaps. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment layout drawn by yourself, I presume. Yeah, except like the only thing I can see is where he died, not like where everyone were. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. I cannot... how can you see that? Like, where was I? Where was someone else? Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Well... is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? Yeah, what was that about? You're completely calm and collected until now. Oh, I just remembered. Like, they always lose their shit in the game like this. But when it was in 3D, it's so fun to see them lose their shit. I do wonder how it's gonna look in this one, because they actually animated. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. So, the court has now heard a process of the case. Okay, let me check the court record. Hold on, everyone, I'm gonna check the court record. Can I, like... yeah, so that's the kitchen. That's the back. In 3D, it's so fun to see them lose their shit. Yeah, it is. I cannot tell you anything about it because I do love it. So what is it with this? Oh, so I can only see... so if I do this and take away the magnifying glass, kitchen and entrance. I'm trying to remember when did he hit Phineas with his wig? Oh, it was so long time ago. I don't really remember. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on this trial. Okay, so here's my thought. Here's my thought. So we're gonna bring this forth. So here we can see. Here he is. How about when God threw his coffee? Well, I'm gonna count as a breakdown. That wasn't really a breakdown. Well, like, breakdowns are mostly like when the real murderer just come forth and literally is just like, piss! I'm just gonna check my phone is doing something here. There we go. Apparently it's just like stuff going on. A rocket? If you mean the rocket, it might be the Dual Destinies, because there was a bit of, like, space stuff there. Okay, but here's my thought. So, if that is his table, he was sitting with his back turned against the table, and there might be and we saw a woman. It might have been a woman at this seat. So here's the question. Why is there only him there? Why is nothing else marked out? It might be because it came out of the kitchen. There are two entrances. One here that sees everything, more or less, and one here that that can only see this part. So the woman might actually be hidden. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Can we go to the white part, please? Okay, that sounded a bit racist. Well, I mean, I don't really want to be... I don't want to be the one being in jail or being shot here. Yes, Your Excellency? If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. You will only be shot by one of the persons here. Yeah. Kinda. You could see kinda more from the top one. But you could see not much anyway. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I call this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were presented at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. Yeah, mostly because Pain had this comb over. I'm guessing this guy has like these samurai knots. You know, the one that goes kind of like up and down. So he has like some sort of knot up there. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. I yet despise knowing that. You're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty bound to provide that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty, or are you going to give up on yourself? Well, that's deep. The battle hasn't even begun yet, Rio. And there goes the table in half. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. I actually have an apron like that. I got that from my mother and father. I kind of like it. I have an apron like that and one from something. I don't really remember what it was from. It was from a series. It's bright yellow as hell, to be honest. Prosecution Ouchie, please continue with proceedings. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. Well, are we gonna play some Devil May Cry, perhaps? I'm gonna make him cry soon, at least. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. I was right. I am gonna be shot. The prosecution called its next witness. Very well, officer. Bring forth a witness at once. Let me guess, it's a woman, because there was not many people there. Only 3 tables were used. Who the hell are these? Saint Paint. Yeah, it's paint. Witness, can you state your name and occupation for the court? I'm the man that's gonna shoot the accused. Nosa! What is that? Also, I dig the mustache, but what in the world? Also, who is the man beside you just staring at... Is that like an... Is that an urn or an incense urn? I don't know. What is that? Can you show me over here again? It's kind of nice urn. Kinda. It's more strict than Gumshoe, I would say. Yes, sir. Oh, I just realized, like in the other one, I don't think they have Gumshoe. In the 3D ones. Shit, I have to play those again someday. I'm gonna get myself a new battery for it. Yes, sir. Nippon Imperial... Nippon? Okay. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Liesa Nosa reported for duty, sir. Myself, I find employ as purveyor of the fine articles of antiquity from the effortless of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Resute, a humble premises in the 2nd District, Korikuta, at your service. Yikes! So many words. It kind of sounds like a yes and no, sir. No. Yes, a, no, a. What is it with I being said? I have no idea. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Nosa! Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. This must be the dinners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I have habitually taken tea of the most exquisite aroma. at the establishment in question, almost post-noon. I not frequently converse with interest parties regarding the curious with which I make business. Yeah, it kind of goes through myself as well. It was like, huh? He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at like Carnival. For me, it sounded like it was not a regular. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. As long as he's not being a bother, I cannot really blame him. He's obviously targeting La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, the sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, both of you witnesses the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreign in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. There was a black uniform. Did you all also hear a baby? Was that just me, or was that... What was that? What was that? Yeah, you heard a baby. What was that? Yeah, what the fuck was that? It was a black uniform rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. Unloaded. Unloaded means there's no bullet left. It was one gunshot. Yikes, I have unloaded a gun today, but I was not in this game. This man as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost certain I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. You too! I thought he imagined a baby somewhere. So this is the piece of evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw a precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yeah. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Someone's grilling or something. Now, the court will hear your final testimony. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Also, I just realized we never questioned the waiter. What the hell is going on? What is making that noise? Is it your ass, your nose, or your mouth? Or are you actually hiding a... I fucking realized now. I realized. What military is wearing that cross on his chest? He's having a baby on his back. He's carrying a baby on his back. He has a baby on his back. He's literally having like... It's like... It has like a backpack stuff. He has like a cloth backpack. That's why the cross thing is on his fucking chest. Yes, sir. Standing by ready to report, sir. Yeah, exactly like a carrier. Unsavory memories of the most Caribbean afternoon. I didn't realize that first until I just noticed, like, oh, it's like literally just goes around. Could you please turn around, sir? You're actually carrying a baby. Also, to be honest, it's going like this now and then, as you can see. I actually think the baby likes that. I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Possible the baby was the killer. Oh. Could be. Just managed to find the soldier's gun and managed to shoot it. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particular fine golden curio in the military gentleman, so it's buying, selling. Okay, got it. At a precise moment, a firearm was discharged. Observe the enemy actions with my own eyes. Please, dude, turn around. Like, I really want to know where the baby is, because I'm pretty certain you have it carrying on whatever you have on your shoulders there. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. And from the back, the cowardly little weasel. And from the back... Ooh! That's interesting! Varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the coward little weasel. So he's now telling me that I shot someone from the in the back. Do you remember they said the gunshot never got through, like the gun wound never got through to the back? And we did see a gunshot through the front. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysterious abscond precious curio. So you dropped something. Wait, you just changed curio. How many do you have with you? Yeah, we got a contradiction. So you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed a vital moment. No, he fucking didn't. He absolutely didn't. You saw the split second of the defendant firing the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir, affirmative. The wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. I just realized the guy has a knife now. I am worried. What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true? Is that really true, Rio? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun I saw lying on the floor. Why did you pick that up, then? After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, well, if that is the truth, it was obviously a criminal on the scene of the crime somewhere. And somewhere in these two witness testimony, there's a clue on who the criminal was. There is. Rio, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? Do it now. As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. Like, I do love that sometimes they're also dumbfounded. They literally have this showing that it was shot from the front, and someone saying it was shot in the back, and also it says that it didn't go through him. So like, all of it is like, yeah, it is solid. I'm like, dude, mate, you were literally the one giving this to me. Do you even check this yourself? It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly. The testimony of the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Oh, yeah, sure. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict. I really don't like that it says yes. Sometimes I do like actually raises his hand like a student, like, may I speak? What is the name of the Empress, the meaning of this outburst? I mean, the defense demands its right to cross-examination. I don't like how it says yes, because for me it's not like he's not interrupting anyone. It's just like someone is talking and it says yes. I was like, why are you saying yes? It's not like, oh, you're interrupting me. It's just like, why are you saying yes? Dear me. Let me guess. The Hakimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. How did he know? Simply. The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination? The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Which is true. I don't know if it's true in the right word, but here, with what they're saying, it is true. He has right to it. Doesn't need to be good, but it's a right. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witness. Alright. This is where the battle really begins, Ryo. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witness statements. I do like the music in this. Kinda nice. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means there's a soldier that... What that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key of doing it is evidence. Right, evidence. Okay, so... sometimes I can be absolutely bad at what point I'm supposed to do something. So I believe I'm gonna do the image first, because that shows he actually was shot from the front. And when he's actually saying that the bullet went through, I'm gonna show him the evidence of the non-autopsy. What was it called? What was it called? Hold on. Post-mortem report. There we go. Now let's go, Ryo. Don't let them beat you. Oh, that sounded like slapping a wet fish. Oh, that was the weakest. That was absolutely the weakest. I also love how we watched his hand. Like, I thought it would sound better than that. Oh, yikes. A wet fish slap. Okay, yes. Yes. The precise moment of fire was discharged determined the enemy with their own eyes. Black University fired an English civilian. And from the back, there we go. I'm gonna present this. Yes! Please don't. I hate that it says yes, but I love his actually putting up his hand. I just love that. And everyone is like, are you gonna speak? Oh, what are you playing at to get it? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache. From my point of perspective, I want to call them mustaches, because there's like 2 of them. It's like a wood, like I don't know, a woodsman just came and chopped it in half. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. I love this though. I do love the nostalgia of this, but I just love being back here. His mustache looks like a warrior of all ages. Yeah, kinda. Less bent, but enough angle of it. What can this print possibly tell we don't already know? Oh, that was ouchie. Jeez. Well, obviously that, I know what I want to say, but the word just come out of my mouth. 2 years and 1 week? Was it 1 week from now? Oh my god. It was in September 2 years ago. Holy crap. Oh my. We actually played a mystery game at that point as well. Oh my. Uh, 2 weeks. We missed it by 2 weeks. And there's no place for an amateur student here in the Grand Court. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. Spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the evidence. But there is a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant Aisa Nosa. Yes, sir. What is it? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Yes!
But no, that just can't be. Why not, cadet? Because it's from the front. Because... Just say it! Take a close look at the print. I do like the music, especially it's like... It's not just going from like that to that when something goes good. It's just like going slowly there. Was it an explanation for the baby? I think I missed it. No, there is no explanation of the baby. I had to make the explanation. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Yeah, only noises. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. Well, that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? There's the baby! There's the baby! Wow, that baby had grip! We could hear it just... Yeah, that was the baby. Baby just put up his head like, hi! What the... What was that? Something just popped out from behind his back, but they pushed it down again. Well, my theory is that the baby killed him using the soldier's gun. That's what they lied. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy here with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture would appear to be indisputable. Did this eye just twitch? There's a baby again! The baby is there. Do I have any more? No, I only have this. Hold on. My hand is stuck in the thing. There we go. I have one left. I used all the other, some other to bake and eat, of course. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir. What? The last testimony the court heard was proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. Yeah, it's absolutely. I just love it that the baby is just there, absolutely happy. Did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. Dr. Wilson had something to do with the baby's past. He just only wanted the revenge of him. Do you mean his wife cheated on him? Okay. That's the only thing I thought with the baby's past. There's no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Youch. I got an award. Inconsistency seer. Okay. Hell yeah. So this is what being an Ace of Thorn is all about. The baby's sleepy. Yeah, he got the universe reversed. But I definitely saw him. At university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up from the floor. I did not hear what been said for like 5 minutes. The baby is too distracting. Yeah, it is a bit distracting actually. It's even distracting me. I just love it peeking up there like, hi. I myself am already quite clear. Gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. I do love it just pushes the head down. Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Excuse me? treasure.
Indeed. Hoi era koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket for a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rosute, in the hope of meeting a rich dinner who might like to buy it from you. A diner, I don't know. Under their security was a military man that I preferred my own treasure. I believed that we would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I was presented with a little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the brief of moments, was there no more? It simply vanished. The koban vanished. Hunting around under the table I was, in case perhaps it had fallen there. And then it happened.
So they more or less have the same voice, one is more or less screechier. You heard a gunshot, you mean?
Yes, indeed. But I heeded not, for I was concerned only by finding my absconded own treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Out of interest, did you find a coin in the end? No. I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Hoi Koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrumptious scoundrel pocketed the prize con for himself.
Is he talking about the military? The baby might have taken it. I don't know if he actually had a baby with him when he actually ate steak, but it's just like right now, they are like in symbiosis just because we see them both there. So it's like wherever he is, the baby is. As I am sure everyone presented is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Also, he did say that he has actually, like, good witnesses. Like, sure, the military is a good witness, because he did see me shoot him in the back. But, why the other guy? Why is he here? Like, why is he such a strong witness? When he literally just says, it didn't fucking interest me. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subserving our government feel it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but will find a wolf at the back.
I'm a bit both like my father and my mother. My mother liked or likes, I don't know, she used to actually have a lot of wolf stuff, and my father liked dragon stuff. I'm like both, in a way.
My witnesses have furthermore testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statement, it will be more abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryo. Naruto.
He really seems to have a despicable option of you, doesn't it? Oh yeah, no shit. What did I do to him? Well, I'm glad that they're not looking at me when I'm drinking now. Ryo, I see. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegations. Is that clear?
As clear as a crystal glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Yeah, it's absolutely like it's so distracting. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out from over his shoulder, I think. Ryo, I see. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks. Sir, name Ido. Okay, the baby has a name. It's Ido. I would say adorable. Oh, that was a bad one. Both good and bad. It would seem that the straps are a sign of the sergeants being too strapped to afford a nanny. Ido... Tinshan. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. He is not giving shit. He had a pinwheel. It was called pinwheel, right? Is it called a pinwheel? I think it's called a pinwheel. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment of a firearm discharge. Yeah, no problem, dark girl. I'll probably see you on Thursday. I say probably, who knows, you might have something to do. Where we... probably just gonna farm some shit in Last Story, because I still haven't done that, because I do school stuff. Also, as I said last Saturday, I was dealing with some goddamn Steam stuff, which I still have to be redone a bit. Yes, it's a pinwheel. Yay, pinwheel. Yes, pointing his gun at a foreign man, he was... that young lad in back, that much I did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we're the only personnel present. Kind of. I have no... I don't really realize his name sometimes.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, standing by himself.
Therefore, there were no one other than the black... The baby just jumped. No one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Yeah, but they are talking about at his table.
Yes!
I did not do that. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. So you have a... Yesa Nosa and I do Nosa. Yeah, I do Nosa. I still think it's like I do horrible. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Is it like a crime to just watch a lady or something? What is going on here? If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. Well, he is a young lad, so... It is evidence beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has a photograph evidence of the fact. Look at that, by the way. Look at that photograph. That is his take. Which means that he was turned around to someone else's table. And that's why people say there was no one at his table. Because it's technically me that is at fault. Is this photographic print of the scene of the crime, Counsel?
Indeed. Of the table of which the victim was dining, taken by the investigation immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set.
I do dig those, like, I don't know, plates. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it does. It's just, you're saying it was at his table. It wasn't at his table, it was another table. The court will add this photographic evidence to the court. The photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. I don't understand. What's going on here? Yeah, it was not his table. Is it just possible that nobody else saw that woman? The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him.
Yeah, he was not with him. I already understand that. He turned around, like his chair is 180 from his table. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to the Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimony have just heard of no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. Just because like, Dr. Watson came along doesn't mean that someone didn't came in before him. Yeah, exactly. And also, it as people say, I'm asking someone was at his table. No one is saying anything because there was no one at his table. There was someone else at another table. So either they are lying or they're just saying like, no, there was no one else at his table, and just not stating the fact there was another person there. To think that I, Takeshishi Ouchi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Rio. It's not over yet. What? If you say it's true, then there is something going on here behind the scenes. Yes, that's wife. Yeah. Don't know. The problem is I don't know where they were sitting somewhere. And also, I don't think... Well, I don't know, perhaps. I was about to say, like, I don't think so, because this guy might be a Japanese military, but actually kind of looks like some sort of British military as well. So it could be his wife, because from the image we saw, it did look like British female clothing. And now is your chance to expose it. To draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I just also realized something. They have swords here. There was actually the guy I kind of forgot the name of who never needed a sword, but still uses his goddamn hand as a sword. I'm not even joking. Yeah, like the guy from Dual Destinies is like has a black and white hair. He has a feather in his mouth or something? It's like each time he just puts out a feather and just does this with a hand, he's just being clinged or something. I don't know. Yeah, female British clothing. At least the hat. Like, the hat is, like, just telling it was British because it's, like, one of these big summer hat things. The defense is entitled cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood? Rule can be so unbending at times. You're talking about honor and dishonor and honor and stuff. Like, following the rules is a bit of an honor depending on what the shit it is about. Yeah, exactly. One of those hats. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how big that has was, because I feel like this one was bigger. The bigger the hat, the more ladylike they are. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment of the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing... I can't press them. Yes, pointing his gun at a foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That's what I did see myself. I don't need to read this, by the way. We haven't read this before. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises. At the time confirmed there was only one personnel present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman, dining by himself. We have now quote 40. Whoops. Okay, so it's just like I cannot skip when they have not talked about it before. Okay, so I'm gonna press him on this. You must notice someone else talked on this table. No, do not ask that. As I've been pains to point out time and time again, I feel growing callous in my ear. And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Yeah, the problem I have with sometimes with games like this is when I'm thinking beforehand, they are still at the point. So it's like, I cannot just say talking about someone else. I literally just always want to talk about the table. There was a reason? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. The fuck, I actually managed to find something. I felt it wouldn't get this far. What is that, Counsel? That's why I'm gonna skip and didn't actually read it. It's a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Oh, fucking hell, Huta Clinic. If you must remember that. Please remember Huta Clinic. Or at least Huta, something at least. Hooters. Oh god. To say something clear, I believe Hooters is something American. We don't have that in Sweden, so I cannot even give us nor less any appropriate conduct of whatever that even is. Yes, it would be indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. Because each time they say Huta Clinic, it literally is like, oh shit, pink-haired guy with more or less half the teeth. Hooters. 9th November, noon past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. Such the victims went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder, what do you think, Jessica? Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence. Dude, bring me everything. Yeah, bring it. Yeah, ask it to be submitted. It doesn't matter. I cannot stop laughing each time he just points up his hand. I don't know why. On what grounds? Yeah, the appointment was at 1 p.m. So I'm guessing it's like was late lunch. Lunch at like 12. What the fuck? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraordinary. Not to mention the victim movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are no concern. Whether or not they are concerned is up to for us to decide. We have right to explore all the possible avenues. So did he came to the clinic or not? Yeah, he did go to the clinic, but after he went to the clinic, he got to the restaurant. Because he had an appointment at 1 p.m. And then after that, he got to the other one. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's the most disturbing trend. Isn't it kinda... It is actually like that, because his first name is actually like Bushi and like Samurai. And the thing is like... Samurai is like their lord is their life. So it's kind of funny actually says that, because it is like they're like their rights. They have rights as a samurai, but their rights as a samurai is based on the lord in a way. I'm not good at stuff like that, by the way. This is like game-based shit, just to stay clear about it. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court records. Okay, is there anything else on it? Am I allowed to check that more than just that? Hold on. Apparently not. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if it doesn't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like. It's a day after the festival already for you. That's a sentence, okay. Or perhaps you've forgotten and these witnesses' testimony leaves no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused. Karekuta-san? Kalakalakuta-kuta, Fucking hell, why did I go there? I don't know. Wait, is it... I think it wasn't that Dr. Bombay.
Calcutta. Fuck yeah, and I remember shit like this. When was it even released? When was this? Hold on, does it say 1998? Fuck, that was a long time ago. It's literally like, because it says Calcutta, I literally just... What happened? Oh, it was me. I just heard like a camera shot or something. The fuck? Yeah, but okay, to make something clear here, I'm gonna go... Fuck, I cannot go to people. But yeah, it was like Calcutta or something. And just when I said that, it was literally like... Which is literally the song from someone called Dr. Bombay. Oh, apparently it's also called Taxi, Taxi, Taxi. Okay, hold on. Here's the lyrics. One day when I got hungry, I sold the wooden house. I had to visit Uncle Gandhi, who lives in Calcutta town. Uncle Gandhi, he is rich. He's a taxi driver man. And I know that he will help me as much as he can. A taxi driver man is what I want to be, but there are no customers who want to ride with me. I don't know why. It could be that I'm almost blind, but every street in Calcutta I can find. Was there a Swedish version of this? Wait, hold on. This song shows Bombay as one of his many careers, a taxi driver. The song is certified platinum in Norway and Sweden. It reached the top spot in Sweden. Is it Swedish? Wait, is it Swedish? Oh my god, that explains shit. Why I feel like it was a Swedish song. Oh my god. I fucking love it. I have to listen to that later now. It was so long ago. How old was I? 1998. I was 4 years old. I was 4 years old when that shit came out. Indeed, a lone Englishman was. Yeah, okay, sure. I don't know why, but I really love sometimes when you just go back into the past and like, oh shit, that was actually a thing before. The victim was a Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in. Could you not turn it around? Can you say, was there anyone else, please? So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agreed on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the inconsistible evidence we have to support their statements as well. Yes, I know that. The stake. I am like the chair. My chair is the thing. I just have to find a place to actually use it. The antique dealer, the designer, and the waiter who tested before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. I'm just gonna press. Aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember. Yeah, literally, that is like old British clothing. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion is not possible. But it's not... Like, I don't know if they are lying. There might just be answering his question directly. Which means that, did he dine alone? Yes! Maybe all of them hated Dr. Wilson, but none of them knew about each other's plans, so they made different accuses to the testimony. That would be so fucking strange. He's already dead, so hating him would be... doesn't really matter, really. Unfortunately for you, defendant Naruto, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent in this phantom lady. But if such a woman ever indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It's a blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing to say to that. Yeah, it is. Excellent work, Rio. We gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it's changed much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Yeah, I mean this. Bro, Rio's dumb. He could have used the layout as proof. How? Even I'm wondering how, because that's the issue. Because he's talking about he having a dining partner. He doesn't have a dining partner. He's just turn around to talk to someone else. Yes, this is brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it a little more detail. How exactly? Yeah, I know. I've done this before. It didn't have one though. Yeah, can I please do that? Yeah, I know how it works. Okay? I know how it works. Okay? Yes, Banana Man. Yes, Banana Man. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this because even though I cannot skip this, I am actually knowing what to do here. Are you telling me I actually have to check that part? Oh, no switch. Yeah, please? Can I do that? Alright, I'll see what I can do. Indeed, use... Okay, so... Turn around. There's a paper inside here. That could be interesting. Very blurry. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. There's an entry for the day Professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. The most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe that anything can actually stop you from feeling pain. Yeah, to be honest, it took me just a few seconds when I actually had to have, not laughing gas, but like, put me to sleep and stuff like that. It was just like 3 seconds. I don't know why, but I think like my sister is like half immune to some shit like that. And I'm like very acceptable to shit like that because I slept like 2 hours. And I was like, yeah, you're just gonna go out and done. My mother was there because I couldn't drive at that moment. I didn't have a license. I was like, weren't you supposed to be in cafeteria? I've been in cafeteria like 3 times already. I'm like, what's the time? I like, how long have I been there? 2 hours. Like, the fuck? There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure. Oh. Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Yeah, absolutely. Could you have told me that sooner until... Because it looked like an ass just trying to press for information. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you think? Yes, whenever they say dining alone. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment of the firearm discharge, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing a gun, yes, yes. Furthermore, a visual search of premises indeed confirmed that there were only one person present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman, dining by himself. I'm gonna present that.
Yes!
Oh, and the music stopped, which means it's probably good. I fucking love when he just raises his hand. It's absolutely adorable. He's adorable little lawyer.
About what are you withering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer.
I wish I could. First and foremost here, I am the accused. Real. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks. I can see it quite clearly in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't you feel like you have to choose your words carefully? Just say what you're thinking. Alright, thanks for the advice. Yeah, take a deep breath. Kalakutta-san. This is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Wait, I just remembered Dr. Bombay singing about a tiger took my family. What the fuck? Hold on. I have to search that shit. I don't know. Ah, what? Hold on. Okay, so Dr. Bombay, tiger. Yeah, tiger took my family. I live in Tiger Lime. I'm an Indiana man. I'm used to walk around with a snake in my hand. And Dr. Bombay is my name and my father has the same. But everything had changed here in Tigerland. SOS that took my father. SOS that took the tiger took my mother. Holy crap, I just realized this. I don't know why I went to I don't know how I came to think of tiger. Oh god.
I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing to what is written in this report card with your witness statement. You seriously have to like wipe your hand from that sweat. It's like a wet fish. Something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
I kinda has his voice on point.
Dear me, dear me. Have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You're not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But
Let's see if I can explain it in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. It is fucking irrelevant.
But that's... Just say it. Remember it, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just tell him he's an asshole, that's the only thing you need to do.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing to the matter of all for that simple reason that there is no one else beside this pale-faced pupil who...
Oh, he wiped his hand. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that?
What? That Albert Hall petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How is it possible to be relevant?
Perhaps because Hota Clinic, which is issued a report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? That's supposed to mean something to me.
Perhaps if I told you that the clinic, the victim, had a tooth extracted.
What is this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result that the victim had been forbidden from eating. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had ordered not to eat. So what? It's all written in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wear-offs. What? No, that can't. Korakuta-san. What boy? What is it? As you just heard, when he was killed sometime after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. You have assured account with unwearing self-confidence that the victim was dying alone. But that cannot be possibly be the case. Yeah, that is true, because now when he actually cannot eat food, there is someone that has to eat food. Because the victim, as we now know now, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Did the child's eyes also open up? Expertly done, partner. I just love that you actually see the baby now when you look at the back. Well, what is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photograph. Evidence. Yeah, wine and steak. Do you want me to take out one of your tooth and give you anesthetic and just make you feel how it feels to eat that? Also, I'm gonna be on. As I said it before, I do like the wooden plate and the plate within it. It's like, yes, that's actually fancy as hell. I like more places like that. I have been at one place like that. I sold burgers. I think it's called like Hell's Burgers or something like that. It was actually, I do like that, like wooden plate, a little bucket of fries, and a jar of just dip. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can you not follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Okay, so I was wrong. He hadn't turned around. He literally was just not facing that way because that was not his stake. Yes, most definitely. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beef steak? I'm not much for fish, to be honest. There are like a few cases that eat fish, and it's like fish sticks and stuff like that. But I feel like just because I have like an air fryer now, I kind of feel like making fish and chips, to be honest. Should I do that someday? Because I can eat fish. I can eat fish and chips. I'm like, the problem is like, I don't know if I've told you before, but when I was a kid, I got like a cherry tomato stuck in my throat. I don't know why, but it scarred me for life. So I stopped eating a lot of different things. Like my childhood was like meatballs, sausage, and like stuff like that, pasta, mashed potatoes. Just, I don't know, I would say common shit. At least Swedish common. But yeah, right, like, so fish is something I don't really like for some reason, because I have a very problem now of the texture of food. That's why I sometimes do not eat stuff. Not because they taste bad, but like the texture just makes me like, ugh. But I do actually eat fish and chips now and then, because the fish is actually made in such a good way. I just feel like, look, should I actually try that? I have tried to do my own like nuggets by taking a fish, like a chicken fillet or a chicken tender, and just like fry it in there, and it's absolutely bloody amazing. Sure, the second time I did it, it became a little too crispy, but it was still fucking good though. It's so weird. Ever since I actually moved here, and like doing my own food and shit like that, it's like
I'm trying so much different shit I've never done in my life.
Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turning in this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Okay, got it, so... the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been... as yet unknown third party! We know there is a lady, there has to be a third party. Obviously, it can only been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
You will not let this go, will ya? There was no such person!
There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. And we already know that the waiter did not eat and the other people were at another table. So we need to have a third party, or fifth party, I don't know, depending on how many witnesses we already had. We had 3. Myself is like 4. So fifth party, I would say. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witnesses' testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge for a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Are you insane? You would take on the government?
And he's psychic as well. Don't worry, Counsel, I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
I have issue with them, these 2 witnesses in the stand.
What?
What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with the evidence that the victim was not alone. So if you now turn out that the 2 of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury. Oh, hold on. Crikey. Oh god. My ear. Scratch ear. And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Complicit in murder? That...
even the child is like, what is going on here? Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following he was just following orders. There we go.
That's right, as the man says. You say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us.
They? Who the fuck is they?
Oh.
What? What did you just say, Korakuta-san?
No.
You were just following orders.
No, hold up, lad. I was just...
Say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean... you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? Yeah, I don't think they use like lady woman in like Japan at this age, perhaps. I don't know. It's like an English lady woman. I don't know. I have no idea.
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is it true, you pair? You pair of pears? You pair of fruits?
Just one. Just one simple. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Order! Order! Counsel, explain what's going on here. It's painfully clear now. You try to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Absolutely not. The prosecution know nothing of this.
Oh, there goes again with the wet fish thing. And who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut?
Well,
The baby's just dragging his mustache. That's classified. Did you remember about the whole murder and you will be in cahoots with a murderer? Like, dude, really? So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. It is, it can, it will. Real. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I say they're sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie has any idea about it. Yeah, he looks like nervous as hell. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there's only a handful of possibilities. It can only be in the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas who might be behind this? Well, we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, and we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make an affirm accusation. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a clue as a result. Yeah, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything, make sure there's nothing we missed. There is no time to lose. Should I? Okay, I'm gonna just do it then. Okay. Male British, single bullet fight range, fatal hemorrhage from the perculated ballistic trauma, no exit wound, bullet did not pass through the body. Okay. Yeah, right, because it was actually, now I remember, it was nervous about this card for some reason. This planetary restaurant raises a number of questions, I think. Definitely. It's supposed to show the relative positions of everything in the moment of the following instant. But there's nothing to shows the woman you say you saw there. Exactly, that's not all. Look here in the upper left. It says kitchen. Yes, what of it? No one would see those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not if they were in a hurry. You may not don't remember those characters yourself. Don't just study harder. Yeah. I just like, hold on, it didn't say he was his car. I just turned it around like Chief Inspector Satoru Osunaga, like, oh fuck. Alright, I forgot to actually read it like this. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it says his witness name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards tends to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not a name that's unexpected. It's its job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga. Primary Criminal Investigation Division. Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they were wielding it somehow here. Oh, mate. We have his number now, literally. Well, I don't think they have actually a phone, so... Technically, we don't have a business card at this time. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you, the penalty will be served.
please wait. Your Excellency, I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god, I knew nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. Beside the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate these witnesses is this guy.
Yes!
Yes! Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga. Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier. Poppycock! What possible reason would a waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not have possibly have the level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is the man truly were a waiter. What? If it truly were... Come on, Ryo. Time to hit this core with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity has proven by this evidence.
Yes!
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree shows a deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the back. It's the back of the back of the back of the card. Yikes. Of the interest. I beg your pardon. Or perhaps you just have said the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. Fucking hell, it's just blabbering words and everyone's like, what the fuck is your deal right now? Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan on the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man of question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession, but that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? Probably because you're an ass. Who knows? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So witnesses there in the stand was in fact was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you've seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well, come on, it's out. Just deal with it. Oh. Where the hell did you come from? And also, why do I get the whole goddamn I am Count Dracula shit right now? Is there anyone else that can get that feeling? Not like Dracula, but like, I don't know. Like, he would just... Evil waiter stuff, I don't know. Not evil waiter, how can you say it? You know, it was the butler who did it. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. Yeah, I kind of forgot he got a bit worried there, but then it was like, all right. Yes, I remember now. He did it strange when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. So, you mean to say, you really are a detective? Let me guess, you're just gonna change clothes now, right? But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course, your salary. I was working undercover. Undercover. I was about to say undercover, and I thought this guy would say undercover, but literally so I was saying salary. Like, oh my god. Yes, there's been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they were unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Honosaga, but you will elaborate on the point of the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. At the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? The problem is he's coughing blood, so like something is happening here. Correct, Your Excellency. We still have 50 minutes, and I like we have 50 minutes because like we can continue with this because I love this. They could continue with this game for as long as I live if they want to, because I would play all of them. As I suspected. I also like the music in this one. It's not the same music as the other ones, which makes it like, yes! It makes it another piece of cake. As soon as I heard a gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, a gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposed the victim at the same table was a young lady, who I guessed would be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and responded easily. It was then I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once? It was made clear that the Englishwoman present at the restaurant wanted to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if the Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything in the moment. Okay, so we either is accusing an Englishwoman to kill an Englishman, or we're accusing ourselves to kill an Englishman. Mate, I would take the first one, because an Englishwoman killing an Englishman is like, you cannot just say, oh yeah, we did wrong here because of that. Like, you're talking about the Englishwoman. It's like, you cannot say like, we here in Japan literally did something wrong because it was an Englishwoman against an Englishman. It's like, that's like not as bad. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect would be better than saying it was a Japanese person hating an Englishman. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason of the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. Yeah, so how do we do now? Because we literally are here to find an accused person. And now it's like, yeah, you know what? We have to not do this now. So what are we gonna say to the Englishman? Oh yeah, you know what? We're still trying to find a lead. Could you call us in perhaps 2 years or something? One possibility there does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yumi University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain of one of them studying in the medical facility research laboratory. Is a young Englishwoman. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean you're gonna remove the woman from the scene of the crime? I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Jesselie Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of UMA University Medical Facility. What is happening here? As I still say, because it's like political shit, I would say it's better than an Englishman killing an Englishman, if we say so in that way, than a Japanese person in this game killing an Englishman. Because that would be like, you know what, you have to do something about it because this is your problem. Now they literally talking about English people stuff. It might be on Japanese soil, but they cannot just say like, oh yeah, we're gonna take her away because we cannot make this kind of scene. Like, what are you gonna say? Oh yeah, we haven't found anything at all. Like, yeah, okay, fine, good. Absolutely being silent about that. And order these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. That must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Call her in! Like, it has they said, the English people need a telegraph in this afternoon. Do you want to delay that and try to find an excuse of what's going on, or do you want to actually do it? Very well, my thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case proceeded to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. You ask. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false. Oh, I thought he said he actually was, yeah, that they saw it like that. It would be a discreditation of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But your excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of the ruling in order to send a telegraph report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such an action. Calm yourself, counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other influence through proceedings of my court to influence the proceedings of my court. Inspector Honosaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Jesselie Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So it won't be a problem? Oh hell, it will be a problem. I'm dying anyway, so... nothing will get in my way. I'm more or less getting the feeling we'll die halfway up to just getting her. The court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution will call the English student Jesselie Brett to the witness stand. We still have some time. I really want to see how this goes a bit. I'm not gonna do all of it, but I really want to know what's going on here. It's like hella fun. You're an excellency. Good. Then we'll have a 30-minute... oh fuck. 30-minute recess before reconvening. I need a drink. Oh, the purgatory of doing voices again. Holy shit. I kinda want to see the English woman before we actually end this, and it's still like 10 minutes. Yes, I want to save my progress. Ooh, we have more than just 3 saves. Brilliant. Hell yeah. Oh, we also have an auto. That's also good. Is someone using an AK-47 or something? Holy shit. That's the loudest printer ever. Excellent work, Ryo. That was superb. My heart is in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. Even I feel like I have something in my throat after doing that voice. Holy shit. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding the inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it, it's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of the courtroom again. Anyway, it looks like we're exposed your phantom lady at last. Huh? Miss Jessie Brett, a student from the Great Britain, is she? I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Oh my god, I really did something back there. Holy shit. Like, I have something in my throat right now. Oh god. Thanks to our detective friend. She is hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way off the restaurant myself. On the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table. I know there was a gun lying on the floor. I just have to bend to pick it up. I didn't have any time to think about where the sound of the gunshot came from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet. And he handed me into some sort of a small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking about the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I had no idea what happened outside in the dining area. So why did the professor have a gun with him? Because there were two guns there. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. I kind of forgot this guy's voice. Professor Miko Tobacco. Ugh. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you makes an outstanding team. You even exceeded my expectation, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so it wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Miko Tubak, yeah. I don't know why, but each time I say it, it's like, it's not supposed to be like that. And I say it again, it's like, it's supposed to be like that. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young star overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study toward Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, I'm the kind of man who can't avert the worst crisis of his life. Reading is not a thing right now. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you would feel that way. Kazuma? Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. I'm glad I'm not drinking again. Both of them are staring at me. To me? What do you mean? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. So do I. We have like 2 minutes. We're just speaking bullshit here. But after all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor,
Did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA. And it was I who invited him. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, we're about to go into battle. The victim was an university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary length to hide. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be assuming every tool at their disposal to squash your case. But I have no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. Best of luck. Thank you. Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need.
Of course.
I cannot do women voice.
Good luck, Kazuma-san.
I have no idea what to give it for voice. It's like just going on like, oh god. Defendant Naruhodo. Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. It's like 20 now, but I'm just gonna go a bit more further just to see like who we're dealing with there. Let's go in there and deal the decisive blow before those old fossils know what's hit them. Kazuma. What? Thank you. Really? What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly sure I've already been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming for you means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. Alright then. I said the thank yous for later, for after trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on the University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. I do wonder how much that would cost. Wait me. Oh god damn. I'm just being a bloody mess here right now. Okay, before I actually end it, I want to see who we're up against. The court hereby resumes a trial of Rio Naruhodo. Jesus. Prosecutor Auchi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? What is that for word? I might be half British, but there are some stuff I have absolutely no idea about.
Yes, Your Excellency. Against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government.
Ugh, sorry. Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about.
It's highly unlikable that the good relations we've forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed.
I still say it's a British against the British. If you say, like, we have to hide that fact, I just feel like it's worse to say one of our own killed one of you. Sorry. It's like, yeah, just say, an English woman killed an Englishman. We have taken care of it. I think they will be more happy to make sure we took care of it, rather than just, oh, we just want to just put it a bit under the rug a bit. Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. You really have nothing to worry about, Rio.
What do you mean?
As a secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinion
A bungle investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England?
Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy. You and your friend know nothing. Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures.
I won't deny that I'm no expert, I'm just a student. I'm one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in justice system is a country with no future at all. Yeah, seriously, like, they are having a problem with a treaty with another country. Now when that country has one of their own killed, do they at least you want to know that their system failed? They just want it to be forget and done with. Well said, Rio. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
You little brats.
Thank you, Council. Thank you, Council. This court is the principle of our nation's justice system, and exists solely on the pursuit of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jessie Brett.
Yes.
Ow, Your Excellency, ow. Yikes. I just want to see who it deals with. Are we dealing with her or the swan on her head? And I kind of forgot that the actually English clothing had that, I don't know, ass pockets or whatever you could call it. I don't know what it is called. I just know, like, it's not just a dress that goes like this. It's a dress that goes like this and like this. It's literally like, I don't know. Is it trying to hide how big their asses are or something? Tea. Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussion take place without tea. Is that true? No idea. My father drinks coffee, so okay. But yeah, tea time.
Could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course. Not you! We already know about you.
Yes, we know about you already.
Inspector Saga, where are you? Are your manners in England always ladies first? Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of. Yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yet the description of this amazing sight was simply a woman. Okay, dude, you are simping right now like there was no tomorrow. I am actually gonna save it here with that. I'm getting the feeling that Gani might have fallen asleep because he has not talked anything for a lot of the stream. But if you heard that one, that's amazing, you know?